everyone, this is Janvi, and today I'm going to tell you a story about the theory of cell, that how it discovered and who are the peoples those who have discovered it. So for understanding this, let's have a story. So, in 1661, the famous King Charles II received the gift from the famous architecture Sir Christopher Wren. Okay, and in after it, there was a question that eventually this led the discovery of cell. But what was the box contain, and how did it ultimately leads to such an important discovery? The gift were the sketch of three things: a love, a flame, and the wing of a fly. Might not seem that much today, but back then their drawings were the big deal and the special, because at that time the microscope were just invented and people were really excited to see magnified images and the pretty much more. So, coming back to the story, what happened that King Charles was so impressed by these images that he intimately and immediately ordered Wren to make more. But Wren refused, and the job work shifted and assigned to Robert Hooke. So Robert Hooke got to work and become the organizing insects just like Wren. But one day, without resting and without realizing it has to feel to change biology forever, he discovered to look at the thin piece of cork. Under the microscope, he saw million of box-like structure. This reminds him of the praying and the resting room of monks. In old monasteries, these rooms were called cells. Now, can you ever able to see these little bricks of blocks? Robert Hooke are calling these as cellars. Okay. Now, if we talk about it, since the slice of the cork also had many empty structures, okay, and they have the many empty structures and the surroundings by walls, they name them as cells, and just like that, the cells were discovered. And if we say in 1965, Robert Hooke has done that. And Hooke published all his findings in a book, and that called as Micrographia. The book became a bestseller, but it didn't something even more important. It encouraged people to develop more advantage and advanced microscope over the next 200 years month. And we can say the peoples are searching more than more microscopes again and again. Okay, and after that, what happened in 1674, our scientist Leo Wonket with the important microscope discovered the free living cells in ponds water for first time. Now, in 1831, we can take these all dates according to your book only. Okay, no need to be doubt that what are we going to study. Now, in 1831, Robert Brown, who has discovered the nucleus in the cell, they have discovered the nucleus. I hope you will all know what our nucleus is. So they have invented nucleus in the cell. And if we talk about the second, they are our Purkinje. They have discovered the content of the protoplasm for the fluid, that all the plants and animals are composed of cells, and that cells is the basic unit of our life. So by this, the Purkinje has done it in 1839. And let's go to our third or fourth scientist, and that are our skeleton and swan. So they think, what swan think, that animals are made up of cells, and the other scientists think that the plants are made up of cells. So if we make them together, if we make their ideas together, they invent the more criticization of the cell. And in that situation, they have made it in 1838 and in 1839. And if we go to our second scientist, they are Virchow. So in 1855, they suggest that all cells arise from pre-existing cells with the discovery of the electron microscope in 1940. So by this we are going to end of this session, and also it was possible by the observation and understandings of the complex structure of the cells and its various organisms. So by this we are going to end of this session, and also don't forget to, to revise this because it's really important. So thank you and have a nice day.